You want to do this?
I guess.
Do this shit.
Yeah, man, I'll freestyle it.
I don't fucking know shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
What did you print?
The draft order.
Where did you copy and paste this from?
Wikipedia.
How many trees did you just kill?
No,
Like, I keep giving him shit. I'm like, you keep fucking printing shit. Murdering trees. He's like,
why? You just screenshot it and save it. You don't gotta print it.
Of course you need to print it. Look at this. Get your head away. Look at this. This is all printouts.
You don't need all that. You can screenshot it and make folders in your computer.
Yeah, but you don't know how my computer works. you know my computer is just sometimes disappear.
The shit blows up, and like the other day,
this is my folder. These are my folders right here.
Oh yeah.
The other day, it fucking died on him, and he's like, "Fuck," because I think he's like dying on him. He has an external, and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "It just fucking turned off." I'm like, "Did you save it?" And he's like, "I think so." His laptop is dying.
Like, my computer's going to shit too. I'm trying to get a Surface. Trying to save up for a Surface.
Surface?
Yeah, I'm trying to save up. Yeah.
You trying to be on the sideline, holding it?
No, we're not slavers.
Hey, we did that shit. Remember? I told you, right?
I know.
We did that shit up in the box when it was like, we technically, right, up until like we did like 3 games. We had a coach. Remember? You ever hear about Coach's Eye?
Yeah, from Haddle?
No, this is like
separate.
It's very separate. I mean, and basically we would get a live feed from the camera upstairs. So me and Coach Zeller, and we'd be going over fucking plays up there watching the shit.
I think this is a setup where you had the legal point, yeah.
Now it's illegal, like 100%, but like 2017 start of the season, we couldn't really find anything that specifically said. Essentially, it was 100% it was gray zone, right? And at some point,
it's fair play. It's a fair play thing. That's all it is.
But like we were up there, like going over plays, and we would go, like we would get the previous play, go over and look again what defense guys were running and shit. And I'd talk down to Jordan, but yeah, we had that. I mean, it was dope.
So
he's like, watch here, he goes.
The Schwäbische Unicorns are the New England Patriots of the GFL. So
I mean, it's fine. I respect it. You know, why not?
Literally, the DB coach there, he's a lawyer, and he would be looking through like all the rules and shit, like when we would talk about certain things, trying to figure out if this is allowed or not allowed. Like, you know, we didn't break rules per se. You know, we try to push the envelope. But anyhow, do you want to do official introduction or just start?
Start.
We can start.
Let's do it.
No, you do it. You go first.
No, you do it because you're the fucking draft queen. You know. Fucking. Oh, let's talk about it now. So, you ended up staying up. Remember, I talked to you.
So 5 on the first night. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go to sleep because of the baby.
Thought I was too. I had energy.
You had what?
I had a string of energy. Kept me up. Played some Madden till 2 o'clock. Kept me awake, and then
kept you awake.
Fought my way for 3 hours awake.
I was struggling because there's a couch right here behind my desk.
Yep.
And he's like, man, are you dying? And I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, man. It's like 11.
Well, they strung it out. It was like a 4-hour draft.
Yeah.
And all the commercials. Oh my god.
And then at some point, like I got like that second win. Boom, I was up, and then he got tired.
Yeah.
I ended up staying up watching. I think until like the 24th pick, but like the first, I'm gonna say the first 10 picks went fast.
No, they did.
You sure about it? That show's pretty quick.
Ever.
That was forever.
Yeah, dude. They tell them to string it out, take the full 5 minutes before you put pick it.
No.
That's what they tell them.
They told them to do it.
That's why they already knew who they were going to pick.
I mean, they have to put in the time because normally they're walking, then on the stage and Jersey and
they told them to take the
they
sent the pick in and just waited the whole 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There were probably some picks already in before.
Yeah, dude, they're all
like the 49ers was like down to 23 seconds. I was like, what the hell?
He's getting all mad. He's like, can they just pick their fucking guy? He's like, do they not know yet?
Yeah, someone told them they're on the clock.
Yeah,
that's wild.
What do you think of Roger Goodell's how do you call it? His how he acted. He was trying to pump up the fans, and it felt like very fake from him.
Yeah, no, it was scripted.
He's like, hey, come on, guys. Yeah, come on, guys. And I'm just like, I mean, nothing against him, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to make it somewhat entertaining. Try it, you know.
It was the biggest watched draft, though. ever.
Of course it was.
Everybody at home sitting, nothing to do.
No, people had no choice.
I mean, shit. What I ate 2 bags of chips by myself and felt like shit.
He was sleeping so tired, and then with one point he was sitting here like, chips. I was like, I go to sleep. He's like, I look a little bit, and he smashed his chips down.
And then they're gone. And I'm like, fuck, I got no more dip left, no more chips.
It was wild.
I'm like,
it was
I'm
wild.
kind of still hungry now. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I had some Fruit Loops.
Some Fruit Loops.
Then I left the milk out.
It was wild.
Oh shit. So what would you do draft wise?
What?
What do you think draft wise?
I think the Cardinals had a pretty good draft.
Were they getting?
They get Isaiah Simmons, a great linebacker. They're getting
Where's he from again?
Clemson.
That's the kid.
Then they're getting another great linebacker from NC State, Josh Jones. And in the 7th round, they're getting one of the running backs, Enyo Benjamin from Arizona State, on 222.
I'm like, I don't know who Garrett's like, I don't know who this is.
I think that's pretty good. I think just I think the Patriots still a miracle, drafting no quarterback. But I find out today they still have Jared Statham or whatever.
Where did he play at again?
I think he was the Auburn kid 2 years ago.
Yeah, he played at Auburn.
So,
I mean, there's certain teams you don't question the decisions they make.
Yeah.
They got a proven track record of what they do. You don't question the decisions they make. Like, they know what they're doing.
Everyone was like, they take a quarterback. They have to take a quarterback. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Like, do you not know who their coaching staff is? They don't have to take a quarterback.
Yeah.
They're plug and play. They figure out a way to win regardless. And there's still there's free agent quarterbacks out there still. So
that's wild.
Exactly, because like, what is it? Cam Newton's still available because Winston got signed by the Saints.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? I think.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting. Where if Cam's going to fall somewhere because it comes out to who really needs a QB.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then they just look at how old is he? Can he still learn and develop? And we're playing it within a year or two. It's all a lot of business moves and chess moves. So.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cam, the situation? You think he'll go to the Pats maybe?
I don't know. Who knows?
Because who else needs a QB for sure that doesn't have anybody now? Nobody.
How healthy he is, really.
I don't know. Who knows?
And Andy Dalton, is he now the teacher for Joe, or is he go somewhere else?
Teacher for Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
Depends how much money they owe him.
That's
part of it. How much money do they owe him? Because how much guaranteed if they cut him, what the penalty is going to be for that? I don't know. I mean, those are things that you gotta think about.
That's really really a wild one. And of course the Miami Dolphins with I think that took 12 players out of this draft or something like that. And of course with Tua Tagovailoa, I don't know what the quarterback.
You could have just said Tua.
Yeah.
He's like Tagovailoa.
I mean, everyone knows he need to heal first. That
kid is gonna dominate. And then what was it? His predecessor, Hurts. Hurts went to
the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
Now you know why that happened.
Yeah, because I mean Carson Wentz is always injured.
Always injured.
So I don't understand. A lot of people say, "Oh, why the Eagles get a quarterback?" And I was like, Carson Wentz, he never finished the season so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate too. I mean,
yeah,
they paid him a lot of money. He's got like 4 years of big money, but at the same time, he can't stay hurt. So if he proves that, they'll cut that loss. They'll eat that money. And they got a talented kid there.
And even was it? Yeah, I mean that's when I looked at that pick, I was like, this is McNabb's second coming.
Yeah. Now, could they have waited and picked up one of these other guys like old boy Cole McDonald from Hawaii, Nate Stanley from Iowa? I mean, there were a lot of really good dudes out there. Jake Fromm. I mean, the Bills picked up Jake Fromm. I mean, NFL type caliber quarterback behind another young guy. So I mean, there's just a lot of insurance moves, or those guys develop and they ship them off, get a draft pick.
Right.
And there's a lot of business moves that go behind that are looked at further down the road.
I mean, it's even like, was it the Packers picked up Jordan Love from Utah State, I believe.
Utah State.
Yeah.
Now I got insider info on that one because I got inside info on that one because my boy was at Utah State. He's now at Penn State now as a special teams analysis guy. So Jordan Love tore it up in 2018. He had like 32 touchdowns, like 7 picks or something. Well, they got a new OC for 2019. He essentially did probably did what most guys do. They come in and try to just implement their own thing and not really feed off of what you got. An NFL type guy who people consider, another Patrick Mahomes can, throw off rhythm, got a big arm, athletic, and move. And he changed all his reads.
Oh, he changed.
So, before he was a half field read guy, and now they try to go full field read.
Oh, fuck.
You come in and camp and you try to change all these things. And he's a good guy, a player, so he just did what he was told. So he's trying to play with him what he's being told. It's not really catering to his strengths So he had a so-so year and that affected his draft stock. But I mean, if you're going to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, then you got to have one of those coordinators that are trying to build around him and play to his strengths and not necessarily make him do things that aren't his strengths.
Right.
So that affected him, and people don't know that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if he goes to the Packers, it's one of those. Is this going to be the typical Pro Bowl caliber veteran? That's within the last 3-4 years of his career, who is playing at an average to above average level based on the talent that's around him. You have a new coach, and maybe that coach is trying to take back control. So now it's not just a quarterback-driven system there. That he wants to do it his way and build his culture. So you don't know all these things, and I think that might be one of those things.
I mean, at the end of the day, you look at it, and it's basically what kind of happened to, or essentially what happened to Favre.
Yeah.
With old boy.
I mean, Favre, Manning, Brady, Joe Montana. I mean, you can go down the list of veteran quarterbacks who are still playing at a very good level, and the club decided that it was time that they get an influence of youth within the coaching staff that they got, within the players.
And especially if you want to, if you're looking at what longevity at the end of the year, they're not looking at the now. They are at the now, but they're also thinking, all right, how do we keep this going now in 3 to 5 years when this guy leaves? Because then you're going to be sitting there and be like, oh, shit, who do we bring in now?
But what do you think, why then the Pittsburgh Steelers don't pick up a quarterback? Because Roethlisberger is old, injured, and there is a change is going on at the Steelers. But there, I just looked, but I don't think that I pick up a quarterback even late.
Who's the guy they had?
The soft-ass crybaby.
The backup quarterbacks that showed last season, they don't bring.
But I mean,
the crybaby. Yeah.
He stepped in and was able to win games for him, so maybe they feel comfortable with who they have. Well, it's kind of, but then again, that's a defense-driven team.
Yeah.
They signed up a lot of defense players. I just see here. It's a
defense-driven team.
Yeah. And what really surprising is the Denver Broncos. They really want to go with
Drew Lock.
Because they don't draft a quarterback and they get tight ends, right receivers. They back up him as a quarterback.
Well, everybody in the AFC West is. I mean, I'm going off what the commentators said, but it was true. Is they're all just trying to compete with Kansas City. They're trying to create explosive offenses that can score.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's why the 49ers are getting also 2 right receivers, because we go back to the Super Bowl and we want to finish.
Oh my God, you're living in the fucking past again.
We try.
I mean, they got a big signing. They got Trent Williams, so they shipped out Matt Breida too.
He didn't know about the video after the game when he fucking punched Sherman.
I didn't know that.
He just found out about it and he's like, oh, crap.
I didn't know that.
You need that.
This locker room is on fire.
You got a dog.
Yeah, but that's what it is, come together and win it. And finally, 49ers drafting some wide receivers with the first pick on 14.
Oh, you should have heard he was pissed. He was pissed.
And our defense line
He's
player.
like, what the crap? He's like, we need receivers?
I think
But receivers are a dime a dozen, man. A dime a dozen. That is one position that you'll never run out of options.
Yeah, but I mean, we're having in the last 5 or 6 years, with the first pick we had, always D-liner.
He was so
Not
mad.
linebacker, always, and we all know we need wide receiver.
No, because what kept 49ers in that season? The defense.
Yeah, but the house is cool. The house.
And it's a run team.
Yeah.
They run first, pass second. So
you guys did.
I'm a fan. I need someone out there.
You guys did get rid of what? Your starting running back though?
Oh yeah, we get the running back traded to the Miami.
They shipped out Matt Breida.
Yeah.
So do they have anybody else back there?
Yeah, they had Mostert and they had whoever else.
Cool, Coleman.
I mean, Breida lost his job. He lost his job.
Yeah. But before he was injured, I think he was pretty good before he getting injured.
He had the 1 year. He had that one season, 2018.
2018 was it?
Yeah.
What?
But he was not starter last year before that monster get blowout.
Yeah, Breida had a good start to the season. He was on my fantasy, I think, and then he got hurt. And then
was Monster the guy that came from like different teams as a free agent?
I think so. Yeah.
They pick up a lot of
because he was like
crazy
things. What practice squad, all this stuff for a long time.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I was wondering. I remember reading the story at some point.
But then again, it's like I said, it's that the team was built to run the ball. So it's kind of like you look at Denver, the Denver teams back in the day, when it didn't matter who was back there. The way they built that line and had it schemed each week, you run the ball with anybody.
Sebastian can get 100 yards.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys. And
was it Dabo? Was it Dabo Samuel, right? The receiver?
Yeah, Dabo, yeah.
South Carolina or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So the 49ers looks good. I hope they can stay healthy and get it.
Still trash.
Get it done.
And then my Cowboys coming at it. Got some dogs at receivers.
You're drafting this right receiver who was there with the, I don't know.
Oh, his girlfriend.
What was it, the guy on the couch with the bottom under?
Some us.
Yeah.
Who was it again?
Cowboys.
It was CeeDee Lamb. He was talking crap on CeeDee Lamb. He's like, oh, like he's wearing a bathrobe. This is bullshit. Blah blah blah. Who was it? And then like, who was it? I think Michael Irvin goes, oh, that shows swag.
Yeah.
Ready. This isn't. I was just like, oh my god. I'm like,
does it really matter?
It's like you're sitting at home.
Yeah, he's sitting at home. Does it matter?
At home. Sebastian was not having it though. He's like, "What is this? This is ridiculous." He's like, "You see what you're bringing into your team?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god." He did have that Old Spice logo, so 100% he's probably getting what, $2 million for wearing that shit.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Cowboys are late. The first pick they had was on 51. They had no first round pick.
No, we did. CeeDee Lamb was the 17th pick. You better get those printouts.
Down here. Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
He's got 2,000 pages. Can't find it.
That's right.
I'm on my phone. We got Trayvon Diggs from Bama. He's a dog. Gallimore for Oklahoma, the defensive lineman. That guy's an animal. They basically came after that defense, and then they ended up picking up in the 7th round that quarterback from James Madison. I mean, that's like whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, you're getting good guys. How about Cincinnati?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Your boy.
Yeah, they drafted how I called it. I said they'd probably go running back or linebacker. Obviously, being a Georgia guy, I wanted Swift, but Edwards-Helaire,
Doing over there?
Oh, my phone's connected to my speaker. But Edwards-Helaire is just as good a pick.
He's a dog.
Oh yeah, the running back from LSU.
I mean, you gotta look at it for what it is. They brought guys in, for what they do. He's a versatile guy. They can put him everywhere. They got a dog at linebacker. The type of Mike linebacker that's gonna go out there and fight somebody. So,
You talk Willie Gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're losing some guys? No.
Did you guys trade anybody?
No.
I heard nothing.
No, I didn't hear anything either.
No.
I was
They
wondering.
picked up a lineman, a few DBs, and a DN. So they kind of brought guys in places they need to. There wasn't any luxury picks.
Yeah, that's true. Would you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different picks?
Yeah, that's what I like.
And I told people they needed, when they went DB, they're going to get a versatile guy. Because if you know the style of defense they play, they use a lot of safeties that do a lot of different things. You saw how they use Matthew, how they use Sorensen. I mean, they converted corners to safety. That's the type of defense.
That's like kid
It's a hybrid type defense where they're doing a lot of different things, putting people in positions to win the down.
That's always good when you have so good team and you stick together. Just get young, good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, they lost some guys, but they were guys that were replaceable. There was no one they lost that take a big leap in free agency or a big leap in the draft.
Yeah, it's like what the how call it the Patriots always do. Stick together, get guys out of the house. There you can replace them, and then we're successful for a long time. Make me scary as a 49ers fan, but it's really looking smart what they're doing there.
I mean, the Pats are just straight plug and play, like you said.
Yeah.
And the coaching stuff stick together. The good OC, I forgot the name. So.
I mean, they everything they do is to develop. They're developing players. They're developing coaches. I mean, it's one of those places. You're an assistant. You're an OC for a year, and then you're like the most prized possession.
Yeah.
Out there, and that's just the credit to the Patriot way and Bill Belichick. It's like Saban. I mean, you go and try to get on that staff because you're landing a job when the time comes. Your name's in the boat. You're good to go.
Yeah.
I think they said, what was it? There's only one guy. Was it at Bama? Wasn't it the strength coach, the one that's been the longest with him, and he just left to go to Georgia?
Yeah.
He's the one that was the longest on staff with him, right?
Yeah.
So I was wondering. I'm trying to think if it was him.
And then Bama, I think they got another really good guy that had been somewhere else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But though I remember the only thing that they said basically like Saban and basically Belichick, the same mindset was like, if you leave and you go somewhere we want all the best for you, but he's like, don't you fuck around and try to start taking in-house guys to try to leave with you.
Yeah.
If you do that, we're cutting ties.
That happens anyway. So
yeah.
Georgia's got a bunch of Bama staffs.
That's always good. Yeah, and all my Ole Miss guys don't get drafted. It was 5 guys, and everyone get in free agency. I mean, they're coming down in free agency, but was not a good draft year for Ole Miss.
Yeah, but either way, this is how you got to look at that. I mean, the draft is one thing. It's the guys going to camp. Because there's a lot of guys that get drafted that get cut. There's a lot of guys that don't get drafted that make it and become all-pro players. So that's why I usually don't even – I watch the draft and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't worry about anything until fall camp. I see who made it to fall camp.
Yeah.
Who makes it out of fall camp.
Yeah. You think that will fall camps happen? I think that's the biggest problem. Nobody knows about if they're mini camps, rookie camps, or just.
I don't know. The U.S. seems to not give a shit. So things.
Are you hearing about these riots going on?
Yeah, I mean that's not surprising.
That's insane.
There's enough ignorant people.
I mean, to me, just looking at it, being over here, that actually kind of surprised me because we don't see that over here, So you kind of look at it, being over here in Europe, and you're like, are you guys really doing this right now?
Yeah. And people are more likely to just follow here and do what they're told. And there's enough ignorance where we come from, so I'm not surprised at all.
Because the worst thing I heard from Europe was for example, right now where they're saying, talking to the head coach from Marseille, he was telling me, maybe it gets extended because the whole thought process there was the lockdown was supposed to be until May 11th because there's like they don't have masks there at all. That's the problem. So the government's planning like, okay, there's going to be masks for people to go back to work and so forth. Because he's saying like to me, he's like people just they're not paying attention, they're not listening, they don't care. They're like screw it, I really don't care what the government says. But then you see that what people in the States are doing, like going on like legit riots and like strikes and shit.
But these are the typical people, right? Like these are literally just you'd expect. When as soon as you see the photo or video, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Like it's wild. Because I mean, talking about the NFL and all that. That's like, for example, like for his boy, your favorite quarterback. Was it what's his name again? From Oregon?
Justin Herbert, yeah.
Yeah, like that's a talk going over there because what they got Tyrod Taylor. So I was kind of looking into it. They got Tyrod Taylor because it's the head coach there at San Diego used to be the OC with Tyrod at Buffalo. Basically, the talk is like, you do got a guy, the kid from Oregon, that he could start if he gets legit OTAs and mini camps in. But the problem is like with this whole lockdown deal, like there's no way. You know, like it'll take a few weeks for him to be ready to go at some point, but he won't be able. Most likely not. They're gonna say screw it because you don't have the time. You know. Absolutely. And if it comes down to that, which is gonna be interesting, but yeah, that's just it's for a lot of these guys, a lot of these rookies. Like you can do all you want on installs and meetings and so forth, but you're not on the field. Like you know.
Well, at least guys should be healthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it will be also for like we say, Camp Newton. If you not can go, I mean, obviously right now you can go and show someone or make practice with them.
Did he get cleared?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's free agent.
He should be.
Or wasn't it they were trying to trade him, but he had to be then medically cleared to be able to trade him, and something happened where I don't remember.
But I think
the thing is, I mean, some people were traded, but the stipulation of them clearing their medical wasn't
right.
Like
but
done yet.
It's on the free agent list.
Yeah, that's right. But I remember they were trying to trade him, and then nobody wanted to because they're like, the whole situation. But like Gronk needed to pass the physical for him to be officially traded.
Yeah.
It did go through because they said like he forgot how much time he needed and essentially got it done, of course. But that was like the thing where it's kind of like, what is that current thought process? I mean, because like with Cam, it's been the whole injury situation. Even though it'll be interesting. I don't know. Like someone will be able to get him.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't see Cam going somewhere and being a backup. He's not that type of guy. I
don't know.
You don't think so?
I mean, if he ain't got no choice, or at least somewhere where he can compete. I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's what most guys want, is just a chance to compete.
If I was Jerry, I'd bring him in. Bring in Cam. That'd be wild.
They just paid Dak too much money for that.
I mean, he sells some jerseys at least. So Cam Newton jerseys always good enough for something. So, but yeah, I think the Patriots make it interesting because everyone say he's a guy for them. So, but nothing happened so far.
You also got to look at it because of the amount of money. Because 100% they're not going to pay out just to bring him in. Like it's going to have to be because they're already taking I forgot how many mil it was. I think maybe it was around like 10 mil for this year or this coming year for Brady. Still got to pay and shit. I'm like, they're not going to bring in Cam for the amount of salary he wants. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, because I mean, his career, there's a certain amount that he's supposed to make.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, you got the allergy problem too, huh? You and Sebastian. Sebastian out here is dying.
Yeah, but it's why I'm really desperate to do it because everyone thinks you're sick. Last year, you have allergy. Now everyone, you're sick. Oh my God, go away.
I hear Roger, you walk outside, all the cars are covered in like that yellow layer, like the flowers and shit and all that.
Yeah.
I haven't been sneezing, but he's been like dying, like sneezing and everything. You just see people at the stores looking like what the crap's going on.
It's been a rough 2 weeks in the morning and at night.
Yeah. That's why I sleep till lunch. No. Just kidding. No, yeah,
Is he?
Of course.
Is he?
We don't know. We never will know.
No.
That's a crazy thing. Yeah. Let's see who else was a surprise. Oh,
I don't even know who else.
no, just look through. I mean, the tight end Moss from LSU, he was really late. I think so.
They took the other tight end or the hybrid guy that they had. They used him as a wideout first. I forgot who drafted him.
I still look. Yeah, the LSU tight end, the son of Randy Moss we talk about.
Right, but like I don't know who picked him up, but the other tight end, because they use 2 tight ends in their system. But one of the bigger kids, they ended up, or he was the first guy to get picked off the board, and then was it Thaddeus Moss, whatever his name is? He ended up, I don't know, 7th, 6th. He went really late.
Yeah, he was really late, but I don't see him right.
They didn't really use him a lot though.
Yeah.
You know, they were more spread, like 4 wide.
Absolutely, yeah.
But that other kid was a dog. I was watching his tape. Like
but tall.
They played him like a wideout. The other kid in front of him.
The dude from Drayton.
The what?
The dude from Drayton. The white dude.
What?
The kid from Drayton.
I don't know what you're saying.
Drayton. College.
I don't know who that is.
Tight end. He's like prolific.
Is he good?
I think he went before Moss. Way before.
Really?
Yeah, Moss was way in the back.
When Moss, I think Moss went 7th. 100% he went 7th.
Yeah, I just looked for him. I don't find him on my.
That's why you use your phone so you can type in his name.
Yeah, he's out here on these papers and Moss, LSU, draft, bam. When did he go? Or he got, what was it? He went to the Redskins.
Yeah.
I don't know if they officially drafted him.
Or was he on?
Or he was signed as a free agent.
Free agent? That would be fun.
One more help tight end, so they turned to. Yeah, they signed him as an undrafted free agent.
As a free agent, yeah. I'm gonna say he's on my list.
Yeah, so he didn't even get drafted. Thaddeus, which is interesting because I mean, he'll probably have a decent career.
Oh yeah, and this is probably a typical take. Like I don't know, why not the Minnesota Vikings? You know, there's a history with the Moss family. You know, that would be a jersey seller right away having another Moss.
His projected like prospect rating, they put him as a backup or special teamer. That's what it says. I don't know. I forgot the name of the other kid that they had. I gotta figure that out. But that
Who, the Redskins?
No, LSU.
Yeah, the guy who goes to Seattle.
Was it Seattle?
Tight end Stephen Sullivan, Seattle Seahawks, 251 overall.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's good because they had him out there like as a legit wideout.
Yeah,
but he's not a wideout, but still you can put weight on him.
I mean, that's interesting. What happened with LSU next year? I mean, I think this whole offense get drafted this year.
Yeah, they had the most players get taken.
Was it 14 or something? 14 guys got drafted.
So
14 picks.
That's unusual for LSU in the last years, at least.
They're stacked.
Because normally it's been Bama. I think Bama this year only had like 9 or something like that.
Yeah, it's usually been Bama, Ohio State.
Yeah, that's the interesting part. So all good for my Rebels. They come back on track.
That's never gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Jesus, guys, come slow down, everyone.
They suck. Just because Kiffin is there doesn't mean anything. That's gonna take. I don't even know.
I don't say we win it this year, but next year.
That's not happening.
Maybe have a winning season.
Oh.
Are we happy with that?
Oh.
You're happy with the non-winning season?
With a winning season. I'm happy with a winning season.
It'll be a losing record within the conference.
No, we will go ball eligible this year again. That's what
was the record this past year? Ole Miss. What was the record? I need to look up these standings.
Yeah.
Not one of these little pity bowls. These little participation trophy bowls.
I mean, we're winning the Sugar Bowl a couple years ago.
This is not a couple years ago.
That wasn't a couple years ago.
The Sugar Bowl was
4. You guys were
16.
You guys were 2-6, 4-8 overall. You're lucky that Arkansas is just playing like absolute.
But we were winning the Sugar Bowl not that long ago.
Oh, we're looking this up.
I started using my phone. Now you're challenging me, guys.
Football Sugar Bowl. This is gonna be sad. A few years, like 3. 2016.
None of those kids are on the roster. The
season.
coaching staff's not even there.
That's like
You can't even talk about the past in college football.
That's 5 years ago. That's 5 years ago. It's half a decade.
Oh, when was the last big ball game USC was winning?
We're not talking about USC.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't deflect and try to change the topic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We were paying players. Okay, if we could keep it hidden, we'd still be winning. But apparently we can't. 100% Kevin's gonna be paying people. I'm just putting it out there. You know what? All he talks about, Ole Miss, and then his boys like Chad Kelly, Pro Bowl, Hall of Famer. I'm like, this guy's like a third-string quarterback.
Yeah, but he deserved to be a starter. That's what it is,
Who deserves anything? What are you talking about?
Where is he at right now again?
Indianapolis.
And they have what, 3 quarterbacks? Counting him, that's 3.
Yeah. I know they drafted one.
They drafted somebody, didn't they?
Yeah, they just drafted Nate Stanley, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, so they got That's Chad Kelly's not making it. It's a wrap.
If he ain't made it by now.
Maybe Chad Kelly's the next Tom Brady. Maybe he goes to the Patriots and like bam, 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 bam.
Stop it. Stop.
What is happening right now?
I know he was the Sugar Bowl quarterback for Ole Miss, so
that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
He's like, it was a few years ago. It's like, well, Chad Kelly's been in the league for a minute. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
I don't know why you're hating all. You're just hating all.
Because all you talk about is Ole Miss. And it's sometimes annoying now.
They're not relevant.
He has no stats.
He's not sniffed playing time in a regular season. Not even come close.
Yeah, he doesn't have stats.
Yeah, he was with the Broncos the first.
And has no stats.
Like, how is he with the Broncos and as bad as their quarterbacks have been?
Oh.
They haven't even trusted him to be on those fields.
Oh, he came at you there.
Oh, that's hard, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's maybe guys.
He got released following an arrest. What was it, trespassing?
I don't know.
It says he allegedly entered a woman's place of residence after leaving teammate Von Miller's Halloween party. I remember this.
And that's been his issue, is off the field. Dumb decisions. In college. Like, he can't stay out of trouble.
Wasn't he fighting people or something, or what happened?
Yeah, he was in class.
Yeah, he got to fight.
Then Mississippi,
East Mississippi,
and then Ole Miss.
It's Ole Miss. Yeah. He was with good old boy. Was it Buddy?
That's a tough one. But hey, he deserves.
He deserves what? A starting spot?
I think so.
Where? XFL?
The Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys taking everyone. Looks like.
Nobody wants him though.
No,
he's not good. He's trash. He's trash. What else? Any other notable things in the draft?
No, I mean the rest was actually the first picks was actually like everyone expect. I mean, the Detroit Lions took the cornerback. So,
but kid from Ohio State. What's his name again?
Jeff Okuda.
Jeff Okuda.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Hey, we know.
You gotta hang out with more minorities. You gotta get you saying more minority names.
More minorities, just minority names. He's a baller. What was it? Because he was talking about he can't wait to play against. I think was it Julio Jones? Because he's like he wants to see like how I think they posted something about it. He wants to see how good Julio is.
Yeah, he'll get that. So.
But I mean, what was really I don't know, a surprise or not, was a lot of offensive tackles in the first round.
Throughout the whole draft, there was a lot of fucking offensive linemen.
Yeah, it was a good draft to be a big guy.
Well, did you see when Roger Goodell goes when they picked one of their like 3 or 4 offensive linemen, he goes, hey, he's like, this is this next pick's gonna help Tua a lot. He kind of like leaked it before he called it, and then I forgot who was it. Like, oh, did he just leak it? It's like Roger Goodell was doing whatever the hell he wanted to do,
And the first 20 picks was already 6 offensive tackles in there. It was like
how many were taken in the first round? Was it like 7 or something like that?
Totally in the first.
In the first round, I think it was like 7. I saw some sort of
Yeah,
statistic.
7 then. The last one was on 29.
Yeah.
So it is. That was O-line was a good day for O-line.
No.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of QBs taken, but I don't think a lot of them are going to be legit.
Or starters. I mean,
Yeah.
year 1 starters. I mean, that's rare in itself. So.
That's true, though.
So it is sometimes.
Because who else is there? Burrow? It'll be interesting with Burrow and Dalton. I think Burrow will start day 1.
We'll see.
Just put him in. Because that's the thing. I forgot what they were saying, but essentially, for the most part, every highly drafted quarterback has essentially started, for the most part, by middle of the season, if not earlier. That's like the norm. He said rarely you get a guy that they'll wait until maybe after like week 10 or something. Like he's going at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that is, if you're a veteran and you're still there and you've competed and you made it through camp with your job, it's your job to lose throughout the season.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to Eli. I mean, they had no intentions of playing Jones that early. They're playing him year 1, but Eli struggled.
They pulled him, threw him in. Like, screw
Yeah,
it.
they put him in, and then Jones struggled, and Eli got his job back and finished the season and retired. So.
Yeah, I'd say it's always about the situation. You not want to burn him, you know.
Or if you can't protect him and you get him beat to shit, that's not.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely the thing. I mean, that was like, it's the reason why Cincinnati was first overall, and how many hits Andy Dalton got, and he got also injured in the middle of the season last year. So
AJ's hurt all season. I mean, their defense was below average.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on there, and I think Justin Herbert has a good chance because the Chargers. No, I mean because the Chargers O-line was not that bad.
I don't think he's going to be that good. I'm just saying.
We just talk about that. You know,
I'll keep saying it. I don't think the kid's good, but whatever.
6th overall.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't even know how that happened. 6th overall.
Yeah, nobody calls you, huh?
He can't keep a locker room together. I'm just saying. Talk to your people. He's just in love with them just because it's Oregon.
And those guys don't pan out, so.
Do you hear that? They don't pan out. Just like Chad Kelly.
Mariota taking over the Los Angeles Raiders, and he will.
They're gonna some. Oh God.
Mariota will be. We all know this Gruden hate call, so we all know it.
I don't even know if that's real, but that's crazy though if it is. Just get rid of him then. Screw it. Hey, what do you think about Chase Young? You think he's gonna be successful?
Yeah.
You do? Why?
Yeah. I mean, he's a freak. The only thing, as always, the only thing that'll deter that type of talent is injury. And so far in his career, it's proven that he's a guy who can compete at that level and stay healthy. I mean, he's a wrecking machine.
That's not good for my Cowboys.
No, it's terrible for him.
He's coming for Dak.
Dude, he's ridiculous.
I mean, the Cowboys.
You have to account for him. You have to chip him. You have to.
Chip, cut.
You can't one-on-one him.
We're just coming.
He's a nightmare, and he can play against the run. That's the thing. He's not a pass rusher. Pure. He can do everything.
That's true.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, but the Cowboys' offense is also solid. 2 good right receivers.
I'm telling you, man, they're about to be legit.
The Cowboys still the Cowboys. I think this is the best 3-13 roster the Cowboys ever had.
Hey, it's screw it. It's all about jersey sales, right? We can't win games. That's what's crazy. It's been like this ever since fucking the last 15 years almost, something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember the 49ers times when we had like 2 wins for 10 years. So I mean, I know how it is.
Yeah, but apparently you don't have a what do you call it? An owner who's what is he again? Owner, CEO, GM? No.
So Jerry?
Yeah.
He's everything.
He's like, I remember when they started sitting in his room, his little war room, little white room. They had they put his name and then it's like owner, CEO, and then some like general manager or something. I was just like, oh god. They were talking about apparently he told like all their scouts like not to bother him at all during the draft, and I'm like, this isn't gonna be good. He's just gonna be handpicking his own shit.
Probably Jerry is sometimes in the headset of the coach like, you really want to do this again? We want to pass here right now.
For sure.
He's
Those
like,
are one of those type of owners, man. That's why.
Hey, 100% after the game, he's probably like, so what happened on this drive when you called this? Like, tell me more. And you'd be like, oh crap.
No, he's gonna grill you. You gotta go see him the next day after a loss. He's gonna grill you. You take that job because you're gonna get paid, but you hope you can win. So
he's gonna sweeten you up. He's gonna have like food there. He's gonna wine and dine you, and then it's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna fire you. You're like, what? Hey. Because he's all about relationships. He needs to be buddy with the coaches, best friend.
Dude, fucking Jason Garrett knew he was gone. I mean, that shit started in week 13. They've been talking to McCarthy halfway through the season. That shit was laid out. It was coming.
They should have fired him middle of the year.
The staff knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever been a part of a coach getting fired on your staff. That is some weird shit. When you all know it's coming, it's even weirder when he doesn't know it's coming. I was a part of one, and it was super, super awkward.
Awkward.
It was one of those that was like, he calls like all of us defensive assistants is like, hey, is something up? Is there something I need to know? And we're just sitting there like, no. And then the head coach is like, hey, all you guys should take a lunch. I have a meeting with so and so. And then head coach shows up to lunch like, yep, I just fired him. You're all like,
oh crap!
It's super awkward. It's so awkward.
Yeah, it's a part of the game because
especially at that level. I mean, it's all business. It's all business at that level.
Absolutely, it is.
Too much money flying around.
I mean, you see it sometimes in our business here in the GFL or lower leagues. It's also like that. You heard rumors. Your president calls you every Monday. He don't calls you on Monday anymore. And then like, yeah, we had this meeting there, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's sometimes like that, Same with the signings, you send your guys you want to get from the States, and then you get someone else. It's overall the same, just in the small business,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you gotta know what type of place you're gonna work for, dude. How much control do you really have?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm still surprised a guy like McCarthy went to the Cowboys though. Especially knowing the whole situation, all that. It's probably just more like, okay, I'm going for the job because of the money and the name and all that shit. But
could be. Who knows?
They
could pick a young coach, but they picked a veteran coach. So.
But I mean, especially just knowing like the situation, especially from where he was coming from. I mean, I don't. First of all, I mean, it is what it is. That the Cowboys hired him. There are a lot of better guys they could have brought in. But even for like after what you see, what's going on there, because how many years was Garrett there for?
Quite a bit.
But at least as a header, was it 10?
I think it was his whole contract. He was there through his whole contract, I think.
Which is crazy because even like, let's say 5 years ago, it was like, oh, they got to get rid of him. They got to get rid of him, and they still fucking kept him. That's wild though to still be there.
Yeah, but I mean, the Cowboys still a big name. Still, you feel you need to change a little bit and how you want to stop them when it's everything wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta figure out like what, as talented as we are, what's the deal? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, that's
right.
Can we fix it? Can I fix it? Can I get the people in place to fix it?
Yeah.
Do I really trust myself, or do I just want to get paid and just deal with the shit? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't do something like that. I said, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's not about the money.
No. I mean, when I came to Munich, I was like, "Oof, this is going to be a rough first 2 years for sure." And 1 year was rough, and the next year was good, and the next year injuries happened. But I knew I can get shit right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you got to know what you're getting into and look at it.
It's of course the confidence in yourself as well. How you want to get stuff done.
That's what was it? The coach that we had the other day, Seth.
Yeah.
The one that used to be the head coach at New Yorker that got fired earlier year. I mean, he was talking about too. He said like he said he should have asked more questions when he got to New Yorker or before taking the job. And he also said like he wished he would have from the start, let's say done some sort of evaluation on coaches and just been like, what, certain coaches that are not ready to jump on this shit, you're gone. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? Because if it's not, then you're gonna have all these guys like they won't buy in. They'll be questioning what you try to do. They're like, no, this, and then I mean, what it ends up getting back at some point to management, and then you know how it is. Like people start listening to that crap, even though you know off the bat, hey, this is going to be a difficult transition to try to make this team, you know, a competitor, you know, and then you end up being like, oh shit, I just got fired because at the end of the day, like other coaches are not on board, and it's like, well, of course you can't get that team to compete at a certain level if the other coaches are not on board. It's not going to work. There's no way.
Yeah.
You can't do it by yourself with like what he said. What he trusted you and what a few others, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, if everybody's not on board, like it's not gonna work.
No, that's what it is.
Unless you just got like a stacked roster. But at that time, you guys didn't even have a stacked roster. It was still the old Braunschweig.
Yeah, and the plan was to build a German roster, not the international roster. But yeah, whatever. It's how it was. You know, sometimes it's, and you know, people from outside, they don't know what you talk behind closed doors. You know, and then they keep talking and doing, and yeah, it's how it is. You know, it's it was a couple of years ago, and I was like Mario Basler when he was playing soccer, a famous soccer player. When he get called out in a TV show, oh, you play trash for Team Germany and blah blah blah, and he like, you know what the coach talked to me? Yes, but you need to make goals. But you know what the coach talked to me? What my job was in this game?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, but you don't tell me what I should do because I did that what the coach told me. And he was a soccer player. He don't joke with you. When you want to call him out, you're like, no, not with me, guys.
He's like, I'm not playing this shit.
That's why people laugh or people hate him. So that's what it is. Yeah.
That's wild now. But no, definitely.